Anaheims Edison International Field. This is the THQ AMA Supercross Series and the THQ World Supercross GP. Todd Harris along with Cameron Steele and Jamie Little. We are just about set for the 250 main event. Right now, though, it is time for our Nissan rider profile and Nick Way.
All right, well, it's a Suzuki Mountain guy hanging out with us, Nick Way. And the first thing I want to ask Nick is, why do they spell your name on the back of your pants NYK? Because that's not right. Doesn't the AMA check that or something?
Maybe it wouldn't pass tech, but back in DeWitt in school, they had a lot of Nicks in my grade. And I was always Nick W, so I decided I wasn't really feeling it. So I decided that I needed to change my name, spell it different, because I felt that I was the Nick.
He is the Nick, and he is the factory Suzuki rider. Don't kid, boys and girls, because he's here with a vengeance. See, this is bad Billy Phelps. He's a bad dirt biker in his own right. Well, okay. But anyway, Billy, you got this guy and Hamlin on the same team. Who's cuter and who uses the mirror more in the semi?
I'd have to go with Nick on the gel. And the hairspray, I'm going to go with Hamlin and his long hair. He's definitely got the bouffant going this year.
Sweet, now we're getting some real dirt out of these guys. This is what we're liking. All right, so now you're in the factory semi, you're hanging out, you're in the factory practice, you've been before, you're banging bars. Are we winning championship? What are we doing? Are we done messing around? Is Michigan in the house?
You know, I'm looking to come out here and you know, be a front runner tonight. And, you know, I don't want to lose it in the first race. I know that you can lose it in one race, but you can't win it in one. So I just want to, you know, do the best I can tonight.
All right, Nick Way, we're going to let you get back track walk.
Right.
Say peace out or something. Give us something fun. That's it. Okay. They're serious racer guys, so we got to go.
This is the 250 main event from Anaheim, California. As we take a look at the Suzuki starting grid, Reed, Luss, Byrne, Villeman, Voss, Wade, Langston, they're all there. I'll tell you what, Cameron, make your choices, especially on the Anaheim option, and make them wisely.
Well, the guys have been going, the big dog, Chad Reed, on the inside right now, on the left side. That means he has inside when they get to the first corner of the board sideways.
This is it, the 250 main event from Anaheim, California, our third and final stop here. Reed gets a terrific start on the left-hand side. The other side, there's a major pileup, but Kevin Windham's in the front. So it'll be Reed and Windham together again. And it looks like this time Windham will go through, but Reed comes right back, forcing him to only single through there, unable to double.
And then Reed does get that triple midway through, and wow, Windham jumping right up towards his back and opting for different lines here. We'll see if one or the other pay off. Looks like Reed with the smooth line into the triple. Let's watch them carry their speed through the whoops. Just about even there, Todd.
Chad Reed, your leader. Kevin Windham in second place. In third place is Damon Huffman. He had to go through an LCQ to get there, but here he is right now in a podium position with a long way to go. 20 riders going 20 laps. The green flag is out, and the battle is on.
Well, although I was at X Games last week, I heard so much about these two guys riding together in the front of the pack. Good racing, some passing, and actually Jonathan, Kevin Windham's mechanic, says he prefers that if Kevin's in the back for a while first.
Kevin Windham, one of the smarter riders out there. Both men able to triple through here. Chad Reed airing it out. Kevin Windham right behind him. This is deja vu all over again from San Diego. Can they keep it up for 14, 15, maybe 20 laps? I know the fans here in Anaheim, California, sold out evening at Edison. Would love to see that. Chad Reed, though, silky smooth, and Kevin Windham,
look at the run.
He's got the speed on the inside. And that dirt came into play once again, Cameron. Kevin Windham knew that it was just too slippery. He had to back it off.
No reason to push right away is what his mechanic would say. He says, if you get in front, you got to think about what the guy behind you is doing. Right now, Chad Reed has to think about what is Kevin Windham doing? Where is he? What lines is he taking? And at the same time, Kevin's getting to see everything that Chad is using on the course.
They go to the split one more time, and it looks like Chad enjoys that left-hand side. Kevin likes the right. This could play a factor later on in the race. They come out almost equally the way they went back in. And this is interesting for Kevin Windham as Chad Reed continues to lead this race 3 laps into it. Chad did get the Butterfinger hole shot, but Kevin Windham, as you pointed out, is able to look at what Chad Reed's got up his sleeve.
Well, taking a look, getting a good jump off the gate. Chad Reed really smoothing that first corner, waiting the inside, being able to grab the brake. A couple riders out behind him, blowing out a little bit. But on the other side, there's a little bit of carnage. Kevin getting a good break. And wow, that was close for that whole shot.
Back to racing action. Number 22, Chad Reed continues to lead out of Australia on board the Yamaha right now. This is a battle of diversity right now. A complete dichotomy wrapped in a mystery. It's a two-stroke. It's a four-stroke. It's an Australian. It's an American. And this is a great battle. If you're here live, you're loving it. If you're watching it on ESPN, just as good.
And they both have to go outside here to get this triple-triple. I'm wondering if maybe one of them might start going more mid in that turn and try to get that triple to get a little bit of an advantage. The last time around, Chad Reed under 57 seconds, a 56.8, and Windham a 57 even just about as they hit this triple.
On any other rider, Kevin Windham's pressure would probably be enough to make them crack 2 or 3 laps into it. But we're talking about the man, Chad Reed, number 22. He looks, he rides, he plays like Jeremy McGrath. But right now, it is Kevin Windham out of Centerville, Mississippi, on board that big thumper 4-stroke Honda, putting all the pressure on the world on the Australian. We're going to step aside, take a quick break. When we come back, more of the 250 main. There's your running order from Anaheim.
Rated E for everyone. At Rainbow Studios, we wanted even the most dangerous stuff to look realistic. So we brought in our intern, Toby.
Are you ready? Welcome back to Anaheim, California. The battle continues. Reed and Windham going mano-a-mano. Moments ago, Kevin Windham did make a pass momentarily, unable to make it stick, and here he comes again.
An uncharacteristic bobble for Reed at the end of the whoops. He had to check himself, comes right back in the next corner. Lots of tight corners on this course. Everybody's been talking about how it's one line, but with all the tight corners, there's going to be options. People will go inside and out. And Chad uses that to get back ahead after that small bobble, and they split it up on the option.
I think Chad likes that left-hand side a lot better. Last time he went to the right-hand side, I think that's part of this chess match, showing Kevin Windham something else. He knows Windham has got the ability, but 2 laps ago, this is the way it happened. Kevin Windham goes to the left, and Chad Reed went to the right.
And the way they came together, Windham just had the line. Chad's all, I know he's there. He took a look over. Watch Chad retaliate. He goes to the triples.
And Chad Reed makes a mistake again. He was unable to triple out into the whip section. Windham was. Now Chad Reed is on the attack, and this is the biggest lead that Kevin Windham's had all night.
And Reed with a couple of little mistakes. Windham to the front. This is not like Chad, but we talked about how the mechanic, Jonathan, Kevin Windham's mechanic, had said it's a mental game. Get behind him. And maybe that worked on Chad just a little bit. Now the tables are turned. If Chad can pull up on him, now Kevin's got to think about what's happening behind him. And Chad getting right up behind him in those 2 turns.
A great opportunity to find out, and Kevin Windham has a bobble. Did he miss a gear or something right there?
Certainly, it looked like he missed the gear, went into neutral. Shifted in between first and second is neutral, and when you get a positive shift, you never really hit that neutral gear, but once in a while your boot might hit it, or you might not engage your shift just enough, and off you go to neutral, and speculation.
It's a win-win situation for everyone here. A great race, one of the best we've seen all year. Kevin Windham now trying to regain the lead, goes to the inside line. Chad Reed sets him up perfectly for that left-hand turn.
They see Chad loading the rear end of the bike, kind of having the rear end come up just a little bit on that little step up.
With all due respect to the rest of the talented field, this is one of the best battles we've seen thus far. Kevin Windham gets a great drive here on the Anaheim split. They come together one more time, and it's Windham who's got the inside line. And he this time makes sure he gets a positive shift, but Reed's able to triple through it.
Wow, that's the first time I think we've seen that line, the double then triple there. Why, yes! Getting close here.
The knobbies are rubbing here in Anaheim. Mike LaRocco is starting to make a chase. Here it comes to the whoop section. Look at the drive.
Carrying the speed is so key in the whoops, and Kevin Windham has been so good with the whoops all night long. And now Reed changing his line. He had been going to the whoops in that section and going outside. That time following Windham on the inside and catching that little rut. Here they come over the finish line jump. I think everybody here in the stadium is standing up, Todd, including us.
No question about it, folks. The best part is we're only halfway through this 20-lap affair. Your leader, Kevin Windham, number 14, battling number 22, walked into that split quite as cleanly. And here's the section that has bothered Windham the last few laps. Here comes Chad Reed again, putting on the drive.
And they both get through that section cleanly, and now you see Chad doubling over, taking the exact same line. But huge story right now is these guys are going at it big time, but the Rock, Mike LaRocco, sneaking right up into the picture, and he is on the gas. And we said if he gets a good starter, he's in the fray. He is so strong at the end of the race, he can become a factor very quickly here.
But it is Kevin Windham out in front. Chad Reed is second. The Rock, Mike LaRocco coming in. Huffman's still in the fray. And here comes the Cobra. David Willem in the top.